In the top stories, police make a gruesome discovery, one of the island's largest private employers laying off workers, and West Indies ready to defend their World 2020 title. Welcome to Nation News from Friday, March 14, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles.
At Courts, every day we bring affordability, convenience, innovation, and style to over 1 million customers in 11 countries. From homes to communities, we are proud to make a difference in the lives of many across the region. Courts, bringing value home.
Police were today investigating the gruesome discovery of a body in a bushy area of Vaucluse St. Thomas. Just after 7 a.m., the K9 unit found the body believed to be that of 28-year-old Guyanese national Onika Gulliver, who had been reported missing. A man is said to be in police custody, assisting with investigations into the death of the former Station Hill St. Michael resident. The economic squeeze has caused one of Barbados' largest private sector employers to lay off workers. The JADA group of companies, which employs about 1,100 full-time and part-time workers, has already sent home about 20 of their weekly employees. Today, General Manager Paul Lewis told Nation News more are due to go next week. He said at least 100 workers could lose their jobs if the company fails to get the foreign investment it is courting. JADA is currently working on 3 major construction projects, including the Port Ferdinand Marina. New car dealer NASCO is expecting this to be one of their most challenging years in a long time. Sales Director Roger Moore says there is a lot of uncertainty in the market and people do not want to take on loans when their jobs are not secure. Speaking this morning at the launch of the 2014 Toyota Corolla, he said even though vehicle sales started to decline from 2009, NASCO saw a slight improvement in 2013, recording a slight increase over 2012. He said while they were hoping to maintain those sales this year, indicators are pointing in a different direction. Fisher folk in Barbados are being mandated to pull up their socks. Shaka Mears tells us more.
Fisheries sites around the island will have to follow a new set of standard operations procedures, while the Bridgetown Fisheries Complex is in for an upgrade. It is all in an attempt to bring their operations up to European Union standard and to facilitate fish exports to the European market. Word of this has come from a number of fisheries officials who held a press conference at the Fisheries Division yesterday. Acting Manager of Bridgetown Fisheries Complex, Sherlock King, explained that fish markets will have to implement a number of procedures, which will include water, safety and pest control initiatives called Sanitation Standard Operations Procedures under the National Agriculture and Health Food Control Agency program.
Sanitation standard operating procedures would include things like the safety of water and ice, personal hygiene, employee hygiene. Another important element of sanitation standard operating procedures would include pest control. Now, these operating procedures are there for persons to follow. It is a statement of the company that, okay, I am following these things so that I can mitigate against causing a foodborne outbreak or foodborne illness. These are a set of procedures that the institution says that I follow. With respect to water, okay, the water that I am going to use in my fish must be of potable quality or that it must meet the World Health Organization standards.
In related news, boat owners at the Burinda Cox Fish Market are upset after police confiscated a number of trolleys today. Officials had expressed concern about vendors using the trolleys to transport fish, but boat owners say they were also used to move other heavy items. Boat owner Hala Mears explained their concerns.
I got 2 batteries in my boat that weigh about 300 pounds. If I carry my batteries to get charged, I can't lift them back down with the boat myself. I gotta get a trolley. The truck driver, they ain't got nothing in place. If they put something in place and say, when you come to use this, but they say use nothing. They just come, you got to move all the market premises. I want the people to know this market belongs to we, not bringing in them. This we gotta get this beach is we one.
A wish came true for Lillian Ford today when she was told she was the winner of the TCL Christmas competition. She was presented with a 2014 Kia Cerato, which she said she would give to her youngest daughter, Keisha. The overjoyed Ford received the news of her win at SBI Distribution, where she works as an office assistant.
I did not know anything because my HR said me to get to work at 8 o'clock. I was like, what do you want me to get to work at 8 o'clock for? She said, I have something. No, I'm going to take it to the doctor because he's always complaining. I said, okay. So this morning I get to work now. I said, what do you want me for 8 o'clock? She said, I'm going to treat you. I said, from the doctor now to treat me? What's going on? And she just said, cool it, relax, relax. So then when I hear the bum 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 there, so I was like, oh, somebody went course car. I said, what does it mean? So like.
In regional news, police in Jamaica were keeping a close eye on sections of St. Catherine, Kingston, and St. Andrew today after yesterday's guilty verdict of entertainer Vybz Kartel and 3 co-accused. Hours before the verdict, the commercial hub came to a virtual standstill as large crowds of Kartel supporters gathered on the streets near the court shouting, "Free World Boss." The crowd threatened to become violent at times, but riot police were able to keep major disturbances to a minimum. One juror who allegedly attempted to offer a bribe to the foreman of the jury was arrested minutes after the trial ended. The trial is said to be the longest one in the region, having run for more than 60 days. St. Lucia's Prime Minister Dr. Kenny Anthony says his administration was a bit surprised at the move by Chiquita Brand International to acquire the Irish-based Vybz, which distributes fruits, including bananas, across Europe.
We have to bear in mind that Chiquita was a historical opponent of the Windward Islands. In fact, it really was because of the agitation by Chiquita that the U.S. government took up their case before the WTO. And it is a direct result of the action by the United States that we finally obtained a ruling from the WTO confirming the abolition of the preferential regime for bananas. The result has been devastation. Thousands of farmers have left their plantations. The rural sector in our communities are beginning to face very real poverty. Unemployment is exceedingly high in the rural sector. Because, as you know, the good thing about bananas was that it was a household crop that allowed an entire household to be involved in the planting and reaping of bananas and, of course, the marketing of bananas. Now this is no more. So it's hard for you to dismiss the history of Chiquita in helping to destroy the banana industry of the Caribbean, and particularly of the Windward Islands.
In sport, West Indies coach Otis Gibson thinks his team is ready to retain the World 2020 title. He says despite losing the final T20 against England, the 2-1 series win was a pleasant indicator as to his team's current standing. And a record television audience is expected to watch the tournament. The International Cricket Council says more than 1.8 billion viewers around the world could be watching the series, which will be shown by 29 broadcasters. The world body said both figures are the highest ever for an ICC event. The tournament will be shown in more than 20 languages, with pictures going as far as Norway, Nepal, Afghanistan, and the Pacific Islands. Athletes and their supporters will gather at the Hockey AstroTurf in Wilde on Sunday to take part in a sport which is one of the oldest known to humans. The sport is bocce, and the event is the Special Olympics Barbados National Games Bocce Tournament. Local Special Olympics athletes excel at the sport and have won several medals in international competitions. Sunday's competition is part of the Special Olympics Barbados Annual National Games, held each year during March, the month of the disabled. And finally, a 75-year-old New York woman found her fortune in a cookie. Emma Duval won $2 million in a recent Powerball drawing after playing the numbers found in her fortune cookie. The retired Bronx resident bought the lottery ticket after dining at a Chinese restaurant in Greenwich Village. She plans to invest her winnings and may splurge on a trip to Switzerland to see relatives. And that's Nation News for Friday, March 14th. I'm Natasha Beckles. Do enjoy your weekend.